I don't know how you could play any closer than that. 18 innings today. Both teams scored 12 runs. Both teams did a lot of good things. That's the number 2 ranked team in the country. So we're toe-to-toe. Disappointed we didn't win the series again, but I just think it shows how close we are, and that was my message to the team, that we're close. But these top 5 teams we're playing, we got to keep working to get over that little hump there so that we're a top 5 team.
I wanted to ask you about Dylan first. Looked like he pitched really well today, settled in. I know you had Pitzer warming up, I think, like the 4th inning, but you stuck with him. How satisfied are you with his start today?
He gave us exactly what we hoped. I thought all 3 guys that we put in the rotation this weekend gave us exactly what we hoped. Roman was dominant until he had to come out of the game with the thumb. Eli Jones pitched well enough to help us win Game 2. And then SQ gave up 1 earned run basically in 6 innings. So that's something we can build on. All 3 guys gave us a chance to win, and that's what you ask for when you're facing the number 2 team in the country.
Connor McCreary got some more tough outs again today. You had to use several of your bullets there in that first game today because Eli couldn't get past the 4th. How much did stretching everything out in that first game kind of affect things, if at all?
Yeah, well, there's always a domino effect. When you play 3 games in 24 hours and a doubleheader today, there's going to be some residuals from who you have to use in Game 1 and Game 2, and that affects who you have available in Game 3. And sometimes it catches up with you, sometimes it doesn't. I thought maybe today it caught up with us just a little bit, but for the most part, I thought our pitchers of the 27 innings that they pitched, I thought the great majority of them were very impressive.
What did you think from Brindling, putting him in at leadoff and gave you some a good performance in both games?
Yeah, I thought he did what we thought he would do. Again, I give him so much credit. He came in here in the fall and really struggled. He had a hitch in his swing that did not allow him to hit this level pitching, but he's been working hard. He cleaned it up. He corrected it. And now he's given us great at-bats. And again, I always keep an open mind with players of this age because you just never know when one adjustment can get a guy going and turn his whole season around. So he did exactly what we wanted to. He gave us quality at-bats. He got big hits. He took his walks. He played good defense in the outfield. So he looked this weekend like the guy we recruited last summer.
The second inning there, SQ works his way through the first, and then Lee Ellis makes the error short, and then the double play that you guys can't turn there. How much do you feel like that kind of like shifted the momentum in the game, if at all?
Well, that was a big part, obviously. All those were unearned, and so they didn't get an earned run, I think, till the 6th inning. And so that was huge because that not only gives them 3 runs that shouldn't have been on the board, but it stretches and adds pitches to SQ there and gets him out of the game quicker. So it was a big inning. Again, sometimes that happens. Our defense has been pretty damn elite in the SEC so far this year. So that was just an unfortunate inning where we made an error and we didn't turn the double play that was there. If we did either one of those things, they don't score a run there. And that proved to be big in a 3-run game.
Arkansas came in with the best ERA in the country by far. What do you take away from your team's performance offensively? There seemed to be some good, and there seemed to be some spots that just weren't quite good enough.
Yeah, obviously you can almost take Hagen Smith out of the equation because he's so good. He could go pitch against the Boston Red Sox right now and have success. But I thought the 2 games today, we were pretty damn competitive. We were, and obviously a couple guys had tough weekends. I'm not going to name them. I don't do that. But a couple guys had tough weekends that they need to bounce back from as we move forward. But I thought for the most part to score 12 runs in one day against the best pitching staff in the country, I think that's something that we can build on.
When you look at this weekend in general, and then just the bigger picture with being 9-9 in SEC play, what would you say your satisfaction level is with where you guys are at, and what does this weekend kind of mean for what's ahead, pretty much?
You look at it from different angles. If you look at it on the surface, 9-9 is we want to be better than that. Everybody in the league does, but I also look at it, and that's one of the top 5 or 6 records in our league right now. And I also look at it as if you look at the teams we've played compared to other teams and who they've had to play so far, like our schedule is a bear. And our record is what, 27-12, and we've played 21 games against quad one teams. And I'm not going to give you our resume right now. It's not that time. But if we had played not one of the best schedules in the country, like we could easily be, 31-8 or whatever the record would be, easily. But we're being tested against the best of the best, and we want to be the best of the best. So we're not where we want to be. We want to be the best team in the country, but we're pretty damn competitive when we play the best in the country, which means we're close. And it just means we need to keep grinding, keep focusing on the details, and keep pushing each other because we're that close. As I told the team, the ball's at the 1 yard line in terms of where we want to be, but getting the ball across the goal line is the toughest part. So we just got to keep pushing.
Exam week, no midweek game. Does that come at a good time, or do you just not know until next Friday hits?
Yeah, we won't know till next Friday. If we play great next Friday, we'll say it was great. If we're a little off, we'll say, hey, it took us out of our rhythm. I think it'll give Will Tippett hopefully a chance to rest and maybe get back to being available. That being said, I thought Lee Ellis did a pretty nice job today in his absence. So, I think we've played 39 games, so maybe it's a good time to take a step back, catch our breath, get back in the weight room, not have the midweek game, and get all of our pitchers fresh instead of having to worry about pitching on Tuesday and then bouncing back again Friday. So we'll focus on it from a positive way and try to use it as a positive.
Yeah, you mentioned Will. Was there any chance he could have gone today, or was it kind of just ruled out from the beginning today?
No, I got a text this morning that said he would be out, and so it was pretty simple. You put Lee in the lineup and support him and help him do well.
What's the schedule like this week in terms of practices or what y'all are going to do?
Well, tomorrow's obviously off. I think that early in the week it'll be mostly getting in the weight room and just making sure we stay strong. And then I'll meet with the staff and decide exactly how we want to plan the week. It's exam week, so that's a high priority for our guys. We want to finish strong academically and not get in the way of them doing that. So we can balance the workouts we get in with being able to make sure that they're fully focused on their academics. So we'll put together a good plan for them, and we'll be ready to go on Friday.